Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So you really did enjoy that A2K video, which I am super happy about because it was a lot of fun to record. So today we're going to react to the second part of a vocal evaluation so I can see the entirety of the contestants singing. But then I would like to build my own version of VCHA. I do not know which members actually made it through, so I haven't checked that out. I tried to avoid all the spoilers possible. I would like to build VCHA, my VCHA, based only on the vocals. So definitely recommend me the episodes where the vocals are important. So recommend me the episodes where they were singing the most and where you can see the most progress, so I can check that out. So it's gonna kind of translate into my final build of the group. Also, for everybody asking about my singing lessons, they're gonna be linked down in the description. And if you would like to embark on your singing journey with me, I'm gonna be there. So definitely go ahead and check them out. And now, without any further ado, let's get into the video.
All right, next Gina.
Gina.
Next Gina.
Ah, she's so cute.
You almost got a perfect reaction from me at the regional auditions. And yesterday, it was not as good as what you got from me at the regional audition. Every movement was
He knows how to
fast,
keep the suspense.
powerful, accurate.
You have so much power and great sense of pitch, so very accurate.
Oh, that was, ooh.
Because I found out like more things I need to fix about me, so I'm trying my best practicing on those things.
But what I pointed out yesterday were not actually related to your skills. It's more than impressive, the skills you have. So it was about letting yourself loose.
See, this is kind of stressful because I see those kids are trying to tell him what they think he wants to hear. So they're like, yes, I'll be working harder on myself. I see that I have my gaps in this, and I can feel their stomach drop when he's like, well, actually that ain't it. Like they're like, oh, he did not want to hear this. Oh my God.
Okay, I might be wrong, just me postulating. You knowing that you were trained 11 months at the academy, are you maybe under a little duress thinking that you have to perform better?
That's a weird question, honestly. You have trained before. Do you think you need to perform better now? I mean, I can absolutely tell you that a couple of people there definitely had like a vocal coach or some type of coaching. I don't know, I haven't seen the dance rounds, but just from the vocal point of view, I can definitely tell that some of them definitely did have at least some basic vocal training. So
Gotta do this well. Like,
maybe she
come on,
trained
I worked there for 11 months.
in
This
the
is my
company.
chance. I gotta
That would
perform
make
well.
sense then.
So you might not be able to have fun.
Did you train under the JYP?
Gina, how is it?
Because that would make-
JYP hard?
Oh,
Wait, did you
okay.
ask about the JYP food? Is the JYP food good? Really?
Gina was also really memorable just because she's like a JYP trainee. She was a JYP trainee.
I knew, she's a trainee.
Okay, so she's an official trainee under JYP, and that's why she thinks she needs to perform much better because she's got to be better than other people just basically off the street, kind of like just kids coming to the auditions,
I
right?
think I did get a little bit more nervous because of the fact that I am a trainee, even though I'm a trainee and people have expectations, because I have been training at JYP for 11 months.
Kind of true. If you are training under a specific company, you're already training for their standards. So, for example, I have prepared people for auditions, for K-pop auditions. And I am very proud to say that I've been successful in getting people into or through the K-pop auditions. And numerous of them became trainees, 2 of them actually very recently. And that's where my work stops though, because they enter the company, they become official trainees, and they do have their own vocal coaches. They do have their own professionals to work with because they are training under very specific expectations and very specific style. And yeah, 11 months under specific JYP training should definitely write off of her. 11 months in a singing journey is quite of a chunk. It's definitely not the time to make a final singer, right? Like a made, done, perfectly baked, finished cookie, but definitely writes off on the performance. It should.
That can maybe the only side effect of being trained in the academy for 11 months. So other contestants can be a little bit more loose than you, which could be a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So, or maybe just talking to other contestants more so you could get their vibe a little bit and forget about the fact that you were trained for 11 months.
I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like it can be really stressful, but at the same time, like she knows his expectations better than anyone, honestly. Okay, it's a hello.
Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that
You can hear her stress on those residual air. Hello, how are you? It's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. I can feel her being quite stressed out.
you well.
She's beautiful voice.
Ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time.
Half air, half clean.
So hello from the other side. So hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Anymore.
Very nice. Okay, so couple of things. From all the contestants, that fluctuation into her head voice and kind of leveling it to sound really good. You don't want the contrast to be too big. This is based on a yodel, so it's supposed to be the contrast there. The contrast is fine, but you want to have like a too lightweight and non-substantial head voice and then very strained chest that is just not having any space in it. So you want the transition to be really nice, and probably from all the Adeles that I've heard so far, maybe I'm gonna hear many more. I don't know how many contestants we have to come, but from all the contestants so far, she had the best control over that fluctuation between the head voice and a chest voice, and it was the most balanced one. I really liked it. I heard it just a snippet before and I was like, well, damn, that's a really nice control over that fluctuation. That yodel was not uncomfortable. It was very, very, very elegant. It was really nicely done. That belt, hello from the other side, I would give it a little bit more space. It was nicely supported. It was just a tiny, tiny little bit one-dimensional. So you could hear it on that straight down. Hello from the other side. That was basically what we were getting. I would give it a little bit more space, a little bit more resonance, but she was going for a very specific placement for that tone and she handled it well. The tone was supported. I have nothing against that tone. It's just when you hear Adele and when you hear performances like Hello, you want that very wide resonance in it. So hello from the other side. somewhere in that placement, right? So a little bit more width, but she's also very, very young. And this is what happens with a very young singer is they still are searching for kind of complexion in their resonance. So a little bit more space for that tone. But the tone was pretty. Overall, this was a really good performance.
So much better than your dance yesterday. Better than your dance yesterday.
Thank you.
I saw a little bit of room, a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of vulnerability. I saw a 13-year-old girl singing.
13? Oh my God. 13, okay? I want all of you guys to remember back to your 13. Age, the lovely age of 13 where I was probably still playing with Barbies. So, honestly, just the fact that they're so eloquent, they're being able to stand there without crumbling down and just hold it together so nicely is incredible. She's also quite mature voice for her age.
You got the power. Your physical strength is amazing. When you dance and when you sing, I could totally see how much power you have. And that's something that's so hard to teach. And
she feels very resilient.
Very gifted to have that much power to use. But I think you could let yourself be free even more. You can loosen up even more, Gina.
This is usually the issue, that you have either very, very technically precise people who do not know how to let go and have fun, or then you have on the other side people who have so much energy, character, poise, but they're slightly lacking in the technical department. And who are you going to choose? Who are you going to choose? That is a very difficult choice. We're going to make it together. I see what he means, though. I understand that.
You were great. Come here. You were great. Come here.
Ha.
Thank you.
Okay, next. Savannah.
Savannah. Oh, Savannah looks cool. Look at her. What a cutie pie.
Do you remember the points I made regarding your vocals at the regional auditions?
Well, to begin with, I wasn't really like on pitch. Yeah, I don't think I was really like, I wasn't just strong vocally.
You are beautiful, like a dream come alive, incredible.
You look less prepared.
Oof. Oof. Okay. Okay.
I'm just not as experienced in vocal. Like I said, I've never sang in front of anybody. I don't even.
Never forget, by the way, pitch is not here. Pitch is here. If you are training your pitch, you're training your ear. So it's not about some physical blockage or anything like that. Pitch is here. You've got to hear it.
Even sing in front of my own parents, I guess. So, yeah, I've always been more. I felt like more of a rapper. You know, I just feel like I couldn't sing. So, I just relied more on rapping.
From what I've heard, she actually was pitchy, of course. But she had kind of like the support of the tone, which I understand where that's coming from, which is probably going to be from the rap, because with the rap, you have to know how to work with your air too. A lot of times you've got big rap lines where you have to manage your air. You have to, you have to kind of like understand where to put your power in your tone. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But I think they had like 48 hours. So if they talk about like, I was working on it, like I always think about weeks. And I think they had like 48 hours. So that's a big difference.
So, what song are you going to sing for us today?
Easy on Me by Adele.
Oh, goddamn.
Okay, so how you sang in the regional auditions, this is a hard song to sing.
Yeah.
This is a hard song to sing.
Was that Hello?
Yeah, I changed the key a little bit to match my voice more. So I feel like it was a little bit more comfortable for me to like express myself rather than like trying to strain my voice.
Okay, so show us your singing.
So I know you guys let me know in the comments that they had only a list of the songs to choose from, which is making sense with the copyrights and everything. Sure. Still, there are songs that are much more adaptable. I don't know. I blanked out. I think she chose Hello. If she chose hello, that's actually pretty good. Probably not for these young kids to connect to, of course, but it's a good song. You've got straight tones. You can like really nicely support that tone and get through the song, honestly. So hopefully
Like
she's gonna play into her strengths.
Vocally, everything goes well.
Let's go, girl. Oh no, it's easy on me. Ooh. Oh no, there's the slide there. Okay.
There is no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. And I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning.
She's using a good tactic. She's kind of deriving a lot of it from her normal speech. Da 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 da. Just really deriving it from how she would normally say it in her normal speech, which is a good idea. Just one thing that would massively help her would be relaxing that jaw. You can see that she's no 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 no. A lot of stuck sound right behind it, but that's one thing. People do have a very, very, very stressed jaw, and then additional stress of the audition is just gonna lock it even more.
In this silence, baby, let me in.
Okay.
Go easy on me, baby.
That slide is hard.
I was still a child. I didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
She changed the key, correct? Oh, that might have been a mistake actually, because see, this song is about fluctuation. Da-da, easy on me, baby. You're starting in your head voice and you're reconnecting down to your chest, but you've got to make the jumps. If you go too low, you will have problem to find actually substantial head voice. I would actually go on her place. I would go probably higher, and that sounds very scary for a lot of people when we're like, hey, you should go higher with a pitch when you're already like expecting the song to be super high, and the head and just the upper tones and the head voice are just so high, and they're like, oh my god, how? But no, that would actually be much better because she would be jumping into that register directly. She's not jumping on the edge of the register, but right in the middle, which is much better. But she's still handling pretty well when it comes to pitch in comparison to her audition tape. But I would go higher. Not bad. Also, she really tried with that riff there. But for such an inexperienced singer...
Could you hold on to the mic? Could you hold on to the mic?
One more time. Three half tones, I would say.
Try one key higher. So
Half tone? Maybe two half tones.
go easy on me, baby.
Go easy on me, baby. Easy on me, baby.
Now she's not even jumping into the habit. So go easy on me, baby. He sang it in his full voice. And that, I think, when she matched that and didn't try to jump into her head voice, it was even better.
And I was still a child. I didn't get the chance to.
Okay, you know what?
Higher. Let's go higher.
Go easy on me, baby. Okay.
Go easy on me, baby.
Good job.
I didn't get the chance to feel.
That no problems at all is a little reach, honestly, because you can hear a little bit of instability there. She's a little bit unsure about that tone. If she would relax that tone a tiny bit more, she would get more space there. And you can see also how she's going up with her jaw. So she's kind of reaching for that tone. If you notice yourself going up with the shoulders or with the head and you're kind of like climbing to the tone, it's not the best. But it definitely gained the confidence. Good job. Easy on me, baby. She wanted to play it safe,
Savannah,
and the
listen to me.
original was actually the safer option.
You can be a great singer. Trust me, I've been doing this for 30 years. You can be a great singer. You just have to believe in it.
I do think that she got really so much better with the pitch than what we had before. She has a little bit of a spasm going on that can be definitely relaxed. I think a lot of her singing is going to be about the confidence. I think she has a really nice tone quality that can be done a lot with. And for the fact that she was so stressed from the whole situation, she still did very well. And she really tried to go even for the riff there. So she does have that kind of like the adventurous approach to singing, like, let me try, which a lot of people are terrified of that. They're like, no, I'm not leaving my comfort zone for anything. And he really got her out of her comfort zone. So being able to adapt so fast and be like, okay, let me try to see what other approach I can get there, just like this. Very, 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 very good. I'm really impressed by her. She's obviously an untrained singer. She obviously does not have experience, but she is taking the critique and the information that she's getting and she's processing it very fast. And that means that, yeah, for example, the 11-month training, just like Gina has, would make a whole lot of a difference for her.
Okay, and
I would like to hear her rap,
thing
though.
right now is your breathing. Your breathing is just so terrible right now. If you just
Hey, she's
change
not
your
supporting that
breathing,
tone. That's why you could hear
gonna
the
be-
little shakiness. Breathe. We would get a little bit better support and a little bit more relaxation. We would get a really solid
becomes
tone.
so much easier for you to sing. Okay? Just you gotta believe it though. All right.
What
Good
I
job.
would do, I would work with her in her normal speech tone.
Good, but in my thoughts.
And like kind of learn her and teach her how to sing
proud.
through. Let me see. I think this was just like a quick sum up for like 4 people with nothing else going on. I'm just looking through the rest of the episode and I genuinely think that there's only one more girl after this. So yeah, let's look at them. I think they deserve as much space as everybody else. I'm a little upset about them getting just a little snippet. Let's hear him. Let's see.
Never knew what I was missing, but I knew just when we're kissing.
You can't treat each note the same way.
Misha, I love her tone quality. There's not a lot of tension in her voice, so she has for the placement where she was singing, it was pretty good. She has a little bit of that nasal resonance. All that I was missing. So every time she leans into, she gets a lot of resonance from this little place right behind her. You can hear that sound, right? That means that she's gonna have a good access to higher tones because that really lifts up a lot of weight of her glottal area. I think that repetition, first of all, fine. She has a little bit of a problem with dynamics. Dynamics is very often very underestimated part of the singing. People are like, well, so sing loud here and sing very low in here. But you have to understand that you also perceive yourself very differently than from what you hear as an audience. So that's a big, big, big thing in singing that you need to work on as a singer. And I work on it with my students from the beginning because understanding and perceiving the dynamics in the singing is really important. But with her, I noticed there was a little bit of a fluctuation in dynamics. She was really trying to like elevate the song. If you hear at the very beginning, know that I was missing, she was lighting it up a little bit. There was definitely a little work around there. I actually kind of liked her. I have to say that I actually kind of liked her. I'm not mad. She has a really nice tone quality. And even though she was a tiny little bit stiff, you know, I think that a little bit of a direction on the dynamics of the song, on the build-up, and she would do very, very, very well. I'm not sure why we didn't give her a little bit more time. I like her.
Each note's the same way.
Of course.
Rhythm and blues. That's what you're lacking right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is my last night with you.
Try to not waste.
Too much air. I was about to say the moment he said it, too much air. There's not a lot of collision on the vocal cords, so if you do dump a lot of air through, you're not gonna get a proper support, you're not gonna get very stable tone. There are a lot of airy singers. It's not wrong. Airy singing, not wrong. Half air, half clean tone, not wrong. But you have to have control over it. And this is throwing off her control over her voice a lot.
You know, it's obvious that you haven't been singing.
That's an interesting critique. It's obvious you haven't been singing, you know? Like, that's my whole critique. You haven't really been singing too much, you know? I would have to hear more of that performance to tell you what actually was the overall issue, if that was just one tone that they chose or every tone was shaky like that. But yeah.
You don't know how to sing on air. Air and sound has to come out at the same time in a very regular amount.
Yeah. So consistency in air. If you have consistent air, that is like a half a battle won. You do want to have, for example, if you sing a strained note, ha, what you've done was you've got a good chunk of air, but progressively as you started to strain, you choked that air. You literally, the air went from quite a good amount to almost nothing. So when you have consistent air, you have a consistent tone. Then the rest of it is also stylization, modulation of the tone, resonance, yada yada, many other things. But the consistency in the air, you basically cannot move without it. So if you are starting to sing or you sing at home, focus on the consistency of your air, focus on your breathing. I see the issues with other people in this little group, but I don't think Misha really deserved to be there. Like, I see that they were like the worst singers, probably not as experienced. But I think Misha held her ground. It was not bad. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get a little bit more from her because I don't think she did badly. I think she had a little bit of an issue with the dynamics. I think she forgot the lyrics there or something.
Okay, Camila.
Camila is a cutie. You can see that Camila is popular amongst the girls. Camila is a girl's girl.
How did you feel about yesterday's performance and the rankings?
I was very surprised because I came here, I just wanted you to see improvement. So I was very surprised and happy that you gave me a gem. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
Yes, I gave you 7th in the rankings, but it's a 7th that is ready to go up. That's the 7th that I gave you, not a flat 7 or
motivation.
A 7 going down. It's a 7 going up.
It's a 7 going up, girl. 7 going up.
So regarding your vocal performance, what were you focusing on?
I definitely wanted to focus on my high notes and
making
them more powerful.
Damn.
Because last time I was doing my falsetto and it was very shaky.
Okay. See, this is also a problem with dynamics. You can hear the kind of wrong function. The silence get me here, right? We don't want that either. There's also a problem with dynamics. You don't want to have like one particular tone time and time again just punched out Ta-na-na-na. So that would be something I would correct as well. That all of collision and that falsetto, yeah. This happens though. If you have a very substantial lower tone, very often people do not know how to control their head voice whatsoever.
Missing the same hook instead of falsetto with the full voice. Go easy on me, baby. Try that again. Try that again.
Go easy on me, baby.
That's very good. Honestly, with this song, it's kind of funny because you don't have to go for the falsetto. I think Adele... I think Adele goes into her head voice. I'm not 100% sure. But the funny part of it is that you can pull this in, for example, your mix or your frontal resonance or full tone. But that's... The desired effect of that song is exactly in that contrast. Yeah. Good riff though.
Much better, you can do it. So,
yeah. On what JYP told me about my high notes to be more powerful and strong. So I definitely work on that. So that's why I chose I want to dance with somebody.
I think it was a little misunderstood. He didn't want her tones to be stronger or powerful. He wanted it to be sang in a full voice. It doesn't mean that she doesn't have to fix the head voice. She does need to fix it for sure, because she's going to utilize it.
When it hits them.
I'm going to take it step by step.
It's a good song.
Or maybe I'll leave it for the next one when it says I wanna feel the heat with somebody.
Too careful. What's that? You want that vocal break to come through there. You hear that little vocal flip that I've done there? So you want that, you want to utilize your vocal break to flip into that head voice. So you've got the substance there. What happened?
And then it's the same thing, but even higher it goes. Damn. My lonely heart goes.
It's okay. She's not necessarily straining.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see. I'm excited.
let us hear you sing.
I kept telling myself, Camila, calm down, you're shaking. I was very nervous, but yeah.
Woo! Ooh!
Upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. I've done right up till now. It's the light of the day that shows me how. So when the night falls, loneliness calls.
Solid. Very solid. I like her tone quality. Again, for those ages. Damn. At their age, I sounded like a little bird. It was like there was no this much of a substance. So really nice tone. She's placing it very nicely. That you can see that in dance songs like this, you don't want to have too much of a soft intro. People are very often asking me, so every song needs to have a soft intro. No, this is a good example. Dun, 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 bow. You want to have that groove straight from the beginning because it's going to start to feel a little bit sluggish before you get into that really nice driven chorus that is going to be there. Some songs you want to start strong immediately from the get-go. That jump. That jump is still not very strong. Good. She has a solid chest voice, which is fine. This was a little mix. Close! And she knows how to go into her chest mix. One thing, what is missing for me is a tiny bit of a dynamics, but that's also perfectly fine. This is a very upbeat song. One thing that a lot of people do, a lot of singers do neglect to realize is that you have to be leading the song. The song cannot be leading you. I think that flip would really help. Right? That little flip there would be really nice for her to get that top tone. And she is very, very, very careful of that top tone. So that head voice there, she's like really hypersensitive about it, which understandably, because she's been critiqued on that. But beautiful belts. Okay, that was better. A little collision. Now that tone, if she would apply that with somebody that loves me, because that was in a little bit of a, like a head mix. If she would be applying that on that top tone, it would be perfect. Good job. So she does have it in her. She does explore the placement a little bit. I think she just doesn't know how to apply it properly yet. She has a really cool belty space though. You can hear the space. What I was commenting, I think it was on Gina. Now she has that space in the tone. You can hear that the tone is full resonant. There's a little bit of residual vibrato here and there at the very end. So it has a space. It does have a resonance and value. Good job. Good job, Camila. There you go. That was confident too.
Yeah, that's a standing ovation. That's such a powerful, full voice at your high notes.
Yeah, the belty space is good.
How can you change from that regional audition to now? Like, I remember how you sang at the regional auditions. You were not this good. What happened to you?
Confidence, half of the success. And she also, just changing the outlook on where you're putting your resonance helps a lot as well. So she could have discovered that she has a really reliable space in that belty. I wanna dance with somebody. And that's where she was really, really comfortable. The song was very comfortable for her as well. It's a really good result. I think the whole thing's married into a good result. And this is a good choice of a song. When I'm talking about like they had a broad choice, I think she would have gone with another Adele. It would be a little bit too overcomplicated for her. I think this was perfect. It was very well chosen for her. I think she got the best improvement in confidence. And also this is that massive difference in the choice of the song. So if she would choose a song that would heavily deal with the head voice yet again, that would be much more problematic. But she went for her strength, which is the belt space, and she can get really resonant big tones there. She got that confidence up, which a lot of times with the confidence up goes more pressure over the air. It's just like more open. It takes more space, and that's where it actually hits the home run. So I think it was more about her confidence and more about her song choice. It was really well done.
How can you sing like that?
Thank you. This time I really wanted to like give my all and like really have no regrets and just give
That
it
was
everything.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was a flawless.
It was like,
Thank you.
take it, run.
You were great. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Come here. Come here.
Now give me a little bit time. We're gonna do another evaluation meeting to see if there's any more extra stones to give out. And I'll come back with the rankings regarding the stone recipients. All right? Give me a second.
Okay, so we're gonna rank. Are we gonna rank them? Let's see if we can do our own ranking, okay? For me, the first place would be definitely between KG and Melissa, but I would have to give it to my girl, Melissa. Melissa, the showcase on every front. It was technicality, it was dynamics, it was originality. She was truth to the genre that she was singing as well. So very well done. It would probably be Melissa for me. KG. Yeah, Gina would be kind of on the... Yeah, that would be my top 3 people, I would say.
Don't deserve a stone, you think? I think if she sings again, she might sing better.
That might be Kaylee too, honestly. Kaylee is a baby. Is a baby. Full stop. She's 12. She's a baked cookie. Let her bake. Let her bake.
고음은 확실히 인상적이었어.
네, 괜찮았어요, 노래 자체가.
Okay.
I just don't want to be lost. He said that he might give other. Yeah.
Don't let me get my hopes up.
Go for real.
All right.
So through the final evaluation meeting, we decided to give out one more stone.
I was between two of them.
Felt like
Kaylee's biggest issue was that rhythm, right? She was behind most of the time. She was singing Adele too, which was a very brave choice. But she was a little bit more stable, I would say. She had a little bit of an issue with that head voice. Both had their kind of like a little bit of a problem.
stone recipient is Kelly.
Why did they did my girl Misha so bad? What the hell? She was very decent. Like the only problem that she had was with the dynamics. What happened? What happened? Justice for my girl Misha. I'm happy for my little unbaked cookie. Okay, that's how I'm gonna call Kaylee from now on. She's a little unbaked cookie. I'm happy for her. Don't get me wrong.
To get one.
And fifth today, we clearly felt like she could have sang way better. Fifth, Kendall.
It feels really good. I estimated I was probably gonna rank last out of vocal today.
Ranked at fourth is, yeah, she's always solid and stable. A member that we can rely on.
I would go here.
And fourth, Gina.
I felt like really good after that. It really felt like my hard work paid off.
I don't see why. I mean, literally stylistic, probably just generally just a preference between her.
Third, she overcame something that I believed that was almost impossible to overcome.
Okay, Gina.
KG.
No! Hell no.
I mean, I was hoping to get in the top 3, which I did, which I was like, so it makes me feel good.
And between Camila and Melissa,
if my girl Melissa is not getting first place, listen, I love Camila. She's very, very cute. I would probably put Camila either on 3rd or 4th place because honestly, KG and Melissa are on such a different level. They're not only singing at this point, they're singing and performing. They're performing the songs. They're like, really, when it would come to years of training, they would have years on top with the training. So
first I gotta tell you two,
Melissa needs to be first.
Okay.
Like, hello?
You look like a star and a diva. Like,
yes.
The stage was too small for you.
Also, if we would compare, Melissa also had a head voice there, and she handled it very, very well. And now I'm trying to really put like my personal preferences over people on the side and just look at the technicality. So don't come for my neck, okay?
That's a standing ovation.
Melissa also had a lot of agility in her voice.
I think Camila is gonna take first.
I think Camila will get first. Probably say Melissa.
Melissa.
I was like, yeah, one of them's gonna get first place. Like, I was blown away.
Both of you can be number 1. So we had a long debate. The number 1 rank went to Camila. Congratulations. Camila, congratulations. Melissa.
Camila, baby, congratulations. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Love Camila. I think Melissa, I did not really find any issues with Melissa. You remember when I reacted to her performance? I didn't have an issue. I didn't have a hiccup. I didn't have a missing point for her whatsoever. Camila made an incredible leap forward, but she definitely has things she needs to work on still. If we would be judging maybe like how much of progression they've made, I haven't heard Melissa singing during her auditions, so I'm not sure how much she made a progression, but for me, Melissa on the first place would be, KG probably on the second, Camila or Gina on the fourth. They would kind of be right there at the same point, I would say. And they did my girl Misha really, really dirty, because I genuinely don't think that was bad. I think that was really good. It was just a little bit of dynamics missing. I don't know what. All right. So we've got a couple of more good players in the field. We've got Camila and we've got Gina. And I think the rest of them, they will probably either try to put in a different positions than a singing positions. I really did like Gina. I think she's doing very, very well. I think she's a little tense, but honestly, you can overcome that, especially with like a good encouragement. And I think he encouraged her quite a lot to just relax, chill, have fun. And on the other side, Camila has a really great potential if they would put her in that mid sections. So a lot of belts and a lot of like supported tones, powerful tones. So that there she would absolutely shine. If it would be building a group like NMIX, she would be great in that mid section. She also, I think she does really have a lot of potential to have powerful mix, even the head mix. The head voice would be something that she would have to work on for sure, but she made quite a big leap from her first audition. So that kind of tells me that she's quick to adapt, which is really important. To work with someone who's quick to adapt and like listens, understands, applies tough thing to do. So I'm very happy with them. I'm excited to see more. So let me know which episodes I should watch or which parts of the episodes I should watch before I build my final top 6. So let me know. And also, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is my video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my K-pop reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.